Hey, what's up Guardians, TBL here from PlanetDestiny, and in today's video, we'd like to share with you some of the new raid gear and some all-new raid challenges. Now, while this information isn't 100% final yet, there's a pretty good chance that we'll be seeing this stuff on the 18th when the King's Fall raid goes live. Now, I'm not going to go over every single perk for every single piece, but I did want to highlight the unique raid perks. Keep in mind that this could be considered a spoiler, so if you want to learn about this stuff on your own, I'd stop watching now. Alright, getting right into it, it looks like each of the raid armor pieces has a special perk on it depending on what slot it's for. For example, the helmets have a perk called Take That, which gives you a chance to gain temporary bonus precision damage against the Taken whenever you pick up an Orb of Light. Definitely an interesting ability. The chest piece offers Old God's Boon, which gives you increased armor while carrying the King's Fall relic. What do you guys think the relic will be? Something akin to the Sword of Crota, or maybe something more like what we used to have in the Vault of Glass? Can't wait to find out. Now, next up for gauntlets, we have a perk called Buddy System, which allows your weapon to reload faster when you're in an aura. Now, I'm assuming this is going to be specific to King's Fall, but at this moment we're not really sure what exactly the aura is. And finally, probably the coolest perk is on the boots. It's literally called Run for Your Life. With it, you have increased agility while torn between dimensions. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about what exactly that means, being torn between dimensions. Some people believe that it's you basically becoming one of the Taken. They think Oryx might have an attack or some sort of ability during your battle with him that causes you to become a Taken. Personally, I think it's going to be something like the Oversoul in Crota's End. Alright, moving on here, in addition to the armor, there's some unique weapon perks as well. Each of the weapons has a perk on it called Cocoon. Its description says that, when stowed for a short time, this weapon is automatically reloaded from your reserves. So as long as you're not using it, it's going to reload itself for you. This may be indicative of a mechanic in the raid, possibly something that doesn't allow us to reload very easily. Since it appears on literally all of the raid weapons, it seems like it'll be very important. The other perk that appears on every single King's Fall weapon is an intrinsic perk called Will of Light, and it allows the weapon to deal bonus damage against Taken enemies. This perk actually replaces the damage type, so there is no kinetic or elemental damage, they're just Will of Light. Kind of an interesting concept there, it's like we're getting an entirely new damage type. One that's specifically put in place to deal extra damage to the Taken. Definitely an interesting concept. I'm curious to see if those weapons will perform differently outside of the raid. Again, if you want to check out all of the perk combinations, I'll leave a link to our database where you can see each one a little bit more in depth. There's actually some re-rollable perks as well, and you may even be able to reforge this armor or try for different perk combinations. As you can see, some perks are static, but there are some that will change. I also wanted to mention that there's two sets of raid gear. One set is a lighter color, and the other is a little bit darker. But other than that, I really don't see any difference. The perks are exactly the same, so it could just be a cosmetic thing. Or Bungie just may not have the database updated with their intended changes for the raid, so that we don't spoil them too much. Luke Smith did say that they were deliberately hiding stuff in the database, so who knows. And another thing, if you ever find that you need more loot, there's a new item called a Moldering Shard, and it says that extra rewards will be granted when defeating Oryx with at least 20 of these. The Taken King really seems like it's all about reigniting your love for loot grinding, and it's giving you plenty of ways to do that. This is just one of them. And finally, I wanted to go over the challenge modes. Now, as I talked about in a video a while back, the Edge magazine interview revealed that there would be more than just normal and hard mode for the raid. Well, now we've got confirmation that there's at least 3 different challenges. I'm assuming these will be more like modifiers that we can activate. I'm not sure what we'll get for going above and beyond in doing these challenges, but I'm assuming we'll get an even cooler experience and probably even better loot. Now, as you can see, level 42 appears to be the heroic difficulty, but thankfully a higher level will not be as big of a deal as it was with the new light system. Bungie has already confirmed that you will no longer take as heavy of a penalty hit for being underleveled in content. And that's about it for today's video. If you guys missed our Rift guides, tower overview, and stream highlights, be sure to check those out. We covered a lot of really cool stuff, and I know you guys will enjoy it. We've also got a ton of new articles on our site as well, including a listing of all of the new legendary weapon perks and a preliminary review for some of the new exotic weapons. The Taken King is less than a week away now, and with the weapon balance update in effect, Destiny feels like an entirely new game. I know personally I cannot wait to get my hands on some of these new raid weapons and armor, and I know you guys are just as excited as we are. But alright, it's going to be it for this one, guys. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.
You're almost there. A single victory doesn't win a war, but it's a good start. Good work.